Hello and welcome back to another Waffle Helmet video. It's actually been a very long time. Good to see you again. It's been a while, but I'm gonna try to start getting back to making more videos again. Hopefully on a more regular basis than once every 4 months. Yes, it's been 4 months since my last video. And I apologize for that, but I have a video coming out now, obviously, that you're watching, and hopefully, if all goes according to plan, there will be another video up by the end of the week. The other video I'm putting up is a bit radically different from the normal content I make, but, I don't know, just something I felt like I wanted to make, and, I hope you enjoy it. So you definitely tell me if you enjoy that, but, right now we're doing this one. So I made this video because as you can see from the title and thumbnail, it's playing through Chongqing, I think I'm saying that right, in Hitman 3, and basically it's just silent assassin suit only, and you don't have any gear, which is not an easy thing to do. But I was playing Chongqing the other day and messing around with some things, and I noticed I was able to get it down to where I was just needing a dart gun to get through it, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I can beat this without the dart gun. Let's try it. And so it took a bunch of hours of ironing everything out and making it all look nice and good. But eventually I was able to do it to where I can do it with no gear. So now I'm showing you how to do it with no gear. This is how you can beat Chongqing, Master Difficulty, Silent Assassin, Suit Only with no gear. I do start on the balcony starting location, as you can see, which is important for some timing, but besides that I don't have anything else, any other gear or anything. And you might be able to find other guides that are more streamlined or whatever. This is the strategy I came up with, so there's probably more efficient guides out there, but this is my strategy and I thought I would share it with you. Alright, as you can see, I have no gear at all, and it's on Master Difficulty. So you're going to want to exit out of the cutscene and jump the fence, and then jump over here and grab the can. The can is very important. Make sure you grab the soda can. Then you vault over this wall, and you climb over to this pipe over here, and you're going to want to climb up it. And then climb up onto this ledge. And basically you're just running across this rooftop over to this back corner over here. There is a camera up there, as you can see, on this bridge, but if you follow that closely, then the camera won't be on the bridge when you pass by it. Otherwise, just be careful. You're going to want to grab that propane tank and throw it up there so that you can bring it up with you, because you can't bring it up the ladder. And then climb up there and grab the propane tank. You want to type in the code to this keypad. It's 2552. Normally I'm not very good at typing in codes, but that time I actually did pretty quickly. Then you want to enter here when the scientist turns away and knock him on the back of the head, and then throw the propane tank at the guard and knock out Hush. It's pretty quick, but you can get it down with not too much difficulty. Then you want to take out Hush's bodyguard, because if you don't, he'll walk into the room shortly after and discover Hush's body and the unconscious bodies, and that'll ruin your silent assassin. Then you just kill Hush and you can leave. No one else will walk in there. Now when you climb back down here, you'll see that barred window. There is someone looking out it, and they will almost see you, but as long as you just run straight past it, they won't see you. If you want, you can duck past the window, but I've never been caught by that person, so it shouldn't be a problem. Then you just run across here as fast as you can. An enforcer is coming up behind you here, so you're going to want to do it quickly, but it should be fine. Then you run across this rooftop. There are some enforcers, obviously, on the other side of the rooftop, but as long as you run in that pathway, they shouldn't see you. Then you want to climb down this pipe. There's a guard down here. You just need to make sure, you need to wait for him to leave. Turn around and leave, and then there's a camera. Make sure you dodge that and grab the crowbar over there. Dodge the camera again, and open this door with the crowbar. This is where you're going to get to Imogen Royce. So then you want to go down here, make sure you turn right. There's guards on the other end of the hallway, but as long as you go quickly, they won't see you. Then jump over this railing. There's another camera here, so you're going to want to make sure you avoid that. and you open this door, and then you're going to want to use your camera to hack the vent. I should note here that there won't be as many cameras if you do a lower difficulty, so you might want to do that. Make sure you grab that tier 1 dongle, by the way. And if you don't, it's not a problem. There's also one right here on that shelf. But anyways, there's not many cameras on lower difficulty levels, so if you're having trouble with the cameras, maybe try lower difficulty level, like professional, and then go back. Make sure to avoid that camera there, and then you're going to want to use the tier 1 dongle that you just got on this door. Make sure you're near this locker, though, because otherwise that guy who's walking towards the door will see you, since it's a glass door. From here, you're just going to want to wait till that guy turns around and talks to the other guy. Be careful, this is where I messed up so many runs because I walked out too early. I actually almost do that here, where I walk out too early, but you just want to make sure he's got his back turned to you. Then you walk in there, grab the tier 2 dongle, don't run, because if you run on master difficulty, sometimes people can hear you. And then hack this door, again, make sure to avoid the camera. Now here you're going to want to stay at the top of the stairs, because if you don't, there's a guard over there that will see you if you go down the left side, and the guard inside that building will see you if you go down the right side. So you just want to stay on this upper staircase here until Imogen Royce, which is right in that room right there, and her guard start walking away. Then you can go in there. The other guy stays in there, but as long as you just sneak in, it's not going to be a problem because he's on a computer. So he's not paying attention. So Imogen Royce leaves, you just go in there, make sure to be stealthy and not alert the guy who's in the room, and then hack this vent with the tier 2 dongle. You crawl through it, and then you can climb down the ladder, but you can also just drop off the ledge. And then there's a screwdriver over here, which is really useful because we don't have the tier 3 dongle yet, but we do need to get through this vent, and luckily you can unlock it with the screwdriver. So just grab the screwdriver, unlock the vent. There's another camera here, so make sure you avoid that. And there's a guard here, just make sure to walk behind him. Don't run, because if you run in this section, one of these 3 people is almost certain to see you. So just walk, be very careful in this area. You're surrounded by people, and it's not good. Then climb up this ladder, and now, surprise, we're in the room that Imogen Royce just went to. And then unlock this one. Now this is a bit tricky. You're going to want to throw the soda can at the vent to get the guard distracted. However, as you can see, I threw it at the outside of the vent, because if you throw it inside the vent, the guard can't access that area, and he won't move to investigate it. So you need to make sure you throw it to the outside of the vent, so that he walks over there. And then obviously, choke him out. And then you crawl through the vent, then you can throw the screwdriver at Imogen Royce's head, and make sure to grab her tier 3 access dongle, because you will need it. And then drag her body into this cabinet. You don't need the screwdriver anymore. You can grab it if you want, but it's not something you need anymore, since you have the tier 3 dongle now. Then you can drop off this ledge. Be careful of the guard here, because if you do follow this strategy closely, he'll be walking back over that direction towards you right as you get to this vent. So don't climb through the vent right away. You're gonna have to wait here for a second. Unfortunately, that's one of the few things about this run. Most things line up really well, but this is one of the few things that does not line up well, and you're just gonna have to wait for his cycle to reset, but it shouldn't be a problem. And if you made it this far, that's most of the way through. You can leave without hacking the data core. However, hacking the data core turns off all cameras and removes most of the NPCs. So since we're already in suit only and everyone's hostile anyways, hacking the data core actually makes it easier to escape. There's another camera over there, just be careful of that one. It's not too hard to avoid, but just be aware of it. And then hack that door to open it, and you should be alone in here. If you're not, just hide until you are alone, and then you start this incredibly long, unskippable cutscene where you press 3 buttons. It's probably my least favorite part of the game. It's a cool cutscene the first time you play through it, but then afterwards it's just tedious because it's a very long cutscene and you can't skip it. So I'm going to skip to the end of it, and then I'll continue the guide after the cutscene's over. Alright, so the cutscene's just about over. Olivia messed up because she's the worst. And now you have to escape. with all the guards there. But like I said, it basically makes it easier the way we're doing it, since we're doing suit only, everyone's hostile to us anyways, and it makes it so there's less people, and all the cameras are down, so you don't have to worry about cameras anymore. So we have to go to the left side, because the right side is filled with fire after we go through this vent. And just follow the vent all the way to the exit. And then this next part coming up is a little bit tricky, because there's guards standing there. The guards here are only a problem, well, the one guard is looking through the doorway, so he'll leave, and you can see the other guard coming down the stairs now. You can technically walk through in between those two guards, but it's a bit sketchy. I would recommend just waiting till this guard comes all the way down, and then following him by walking slowly behind him. But technically, if you want to be faster, you can run in between, like, after the first guard leaves, but before the second guard gets there. It's just a little bit harder. So I would recommend just walking behind him like this. Obviously, don't get too close to him. You don't want to alert him, especially this far into the run. You're so close to being done. As you can see, the camera's up there, but like I said, they're all deactivated, even though they don't look like it. They can't see you, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, this part's a little tricky. There's guards all over the place, and they're coming towards you, so just very carefully and calmly make your way to the vent, and get in there as soon as possible before the guards trap you. And then you're going to come back through this way, which is where we killed Imogen Royce. There's guards over there, but they shouldn't be a problem. Just run up the stairs. They won't see you as long as you don't linger for too long. And you're going to want to go through here, basically just backtracking to where you were. Those guys might almost see you, but as long as you run straight through, they shouldn't see you. Here you might want to duck just because there's a lot of windows in this room, just to be safe. And you're just basically backtracking at this point until you get to this part. Now this part, there might be a guard patrolling here, so you want to look around, make sure there isn't one. But if there isn't one, then you can walk through here. Now instead of going back up on the stairs, you're going to want to go down here. And this is the exit to the mission. There's a lot of guards around there who sort of go around randomly. As you can see, I almost get spotted here. This part, that last part's kind of a little bit random. Just look for an opening, and as soon as there's an opening, go down there and try to scan that pad as quickly as possible, and you should be fine. I have had a couple of runs end prematurely there, though, because of that. If you don't want to risk that, there is an alternative method. You just need to retrace your steps even further. Go back up the stairs that you came down through to get into the underground lab, and then just exit out of the lab. And once you're out of the lab, you should be safe, and just leave out onto the streets and find an exit anywhere else. Any exit that's just on the surface streets where you're not trespassing. It takes quite a bit longer, but it is a bit safer if you're not willing to risk maybe getting spotted. But like I said, it shouldn't be too hard. Just look for an opening at the exit there, and then just go when you see one. And yeah, that's it. That is how you beat Chongqing on Master Difficulty with no gear, Silent Assassin suit only. So I hope this helps you if you're trying to do a challenge in Chongqing. And if you enjoyed the video, if it was helpful to you, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.